Alright folks, Bubba here again. Today we're going to work with a little bamboo. Saw this sitting on the side of the road and it gave me an idea, so I whacked her down. Bamboo is very, very versatile. You can find it almost anywhere. I'm sure there's some kind of proper name for it, but I don't know it because it's not the legit bamboo from over in Asia. But what we're going to work on today is, today we're going to make a hobo reel out of this section. I've got ideas for a lot of it. I got the whole thing. So I'm probably going to cut and use this section right here for my bamboo reel. I like how it has a little bit of curvature to it. And the cool thing about bamboo is it's already got a little lip right there, because on a hobo reel you want a little lip to make sure your line don't come off of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pocket knife and my little Leatherman here, and I'm going to cut it off right here. And I think I'm going to cut it right about here somewhere so I can have an area. Yeah, I'm going to cut it on this side of the knot to make this hollow. And then I'm going to put a plug, and I'm going to make a plug too. But y'all stick with me. Let's do this. I'm going to use the saw on my Leatherman super tool here if I can get it out. It's got wax all over it from cutting some beeswax. That'd be a different video. I think I like that right there. So let's cut it right here. Now, any of y'all who ain't never cut bamboo before, this stuff splinters really easy, which is why I'm using a saw and not a hatchet or an axe or something. Whoops. Because what happens is it splinters really, really easy. I do have ideas for these too. I think we'll make some chopsticks. We'll see that later. So when you're cutting this stuff, use a saw if you're not wanting it to splinter on you. And be as careful as possible. It ain't that fragile, but still something you gotta pay attention to. Alright, move that piece out of the way. And I think I'm gonna cut it right here, because I'm gonna put all my string right here, so when you throw it, it's even gonna have a kind of like that bend. I think it'll work kind of nice. I got some sandpaper. I'll straighten all this up. But let's cut this back piece off. And I'm going to cut it so that it's hollow so I can stick all my stuff inside the actual handle. So let's cut on this side of the nut. Now, you look down in there, it's hollow. That's where we're going to put all our stuff. Put our line, not our line, but our hooks and bobbers and sinkers and stuff like that. I've got a little piece of sandpaper right here. I'm just going to kind of knock the burrs off of the inside of it and the outside of it. it'll work just fine without knocking the burrs off. This is for aesthetics and feel and, you know, just overall betterness. I'm also going to sand this in right here where the line's going to come off. Make sure there's going to be nothing in the way to catch the line. Alright, I've sanded all this I wanted to sand down. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go around here with my knife and I'm going to put more of a sink in here. I'm going to carve a good bit of this off down here so that there's a better bed for the string to lay down into, the fishing line. I'm just going to keep working that around. Give me a little groove where I want it to stop. Work that all the way around, make it a good bit deeper. It does already have a nice little bevel right there from the natural shape of the wood, but you want to be able to hold more fishing line. If you ain't got but 10 feet of line on your pole, it ain't really going to do you no good. So I'm just going to drop it down a little bit. Bamboo carves real easy, so don't get excited about it. You'll end up taking off more than you thought you planned on. Alright, evidently the battery was too hot, so everything I just recorded you didn't see. What I've done is I took my knife and I trimmed down a good chunk of this to give us a deeper well. Can you see that? And all I did was just work around with my knife, fraying it out, and I made sure to put a good bevel on the end of it. So when you throw it, it'll shoot off better and won't get tangled up. Then I hit it with some sandpaper. And then I told you on the last little clip that I was going to go find a piece of wood. And I did. I found a piece of cedar. And I'm going to carve that for the plug in the back. So what I did is I found a piece of cedar. And I carved it down just a little bit. And I'm going to clean all this up later. Maybe if I wanted to, I might drill a hole in it, put a lanyard on it. That thing, it clips or friction fits in the back really tight, and I'll probably either cut it off, put a lanyard on it. But that's the basic construction right there. It's beveled on one end for the line. This is going to be my handle, and I'll probably wrap something on this just for a little actual grip, something to hold on to. But I don't know, but this is where we're going to go after that. Now I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff down here in the back. Let's see if y'all can see all this. Alright, can I see, kid?
Yeah.
Alright, I got a couple little weights. I got some small hooks. I got one decent sized hook here. And one of my personal favorites is this little guy. I'm going to throw in the back too, because this is a crappie catching joker. It's one of my favorites. And oh, and I'm going to get a bobber. I guess I didn't grab a bobber. And I'll put a bobber in there too. Alright? So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take those. I'm just going to drop everything down here in the back of this. And that's there. Put the plug in it. You can hear a little bit of rattle, but there's really not a whole lot of room in there. And there's all my stuff. I need it. Pull that out. Everything comes right out. Everything. Put it back in. Now you can also leave your line set up once you rig it the first time. And I'm probably going to do that and get me a piece of Ranger band and put on the end once I wrap it up, set my jig up, put a piece of Ranger band on it, and I'm probably going to put a Ranger band in the back just in case. I think that'd be a great idea. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this fishing line that we got right here, and I'm actually going to tie a little knot around it. Back here in the back I've got a little groove cut that I want to set that line into. Can they see that, kid?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, I can barely see the string, but you know.
Then I'm doing magical things with my hands.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. That's where I want it. Cut this excess off right here. Think about it when you're winding it. This is how I'm probably going to wind it up when I'm fishing. That way I can do like that. So just start winding your string up. Load this thing up with string. Try to make sure that first bed's a good bed so it ain't all spider nested up in there, rats nested, and whoever else's nests we don't like. Keep it nice and pretty, good and tight. It's getting all twisted up. You just keep loading this. And loading, and loading, and loading, and loading, and 2 hours later, we'll have a loaded fishing reel.
You want a knock-knock joke in the meantime?
Yeah.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Owls.
Owls who?
Yeah, they do.
Ha ha!
I made that one up myself.
Owls who? I like it. Welcome to Entertainment Hour with Grace Janice Saban, co-starring her dad.
Hey.
I don't reckon y'all need to sit here and watch me wind this whole thing up, but y'all get the idea. I'm just gonna keep winding and twisting it, and I'm gonna get it all the way loaded up to about level. So when I cast this thing, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. So that's the deal there. And I'm gonna get down here, and I'm just gonna keep on doing that. But I'll probably post a picture at the end of the finished looking thing, and maybe go try it out. Ain't no telling. But I think all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave that like it is because I like the way it looks. I might just take some of the bark off. I'm gonna finish loading this up. I'm gonna pop a Ranger band on it, hold the string, hold my jigs, and that'll be all there is to that. So I appreciate y'all watching. You know, do me a favor, like it, subscribe wherever the buttons are at, and God bless y'all. Have a wonderful day and a blessed weekend. Thank y'all very much. All right, folks. Just a quick little thing here. What I did is I found some old buckskin, stitched it to it, got it real tight, Got me cut the plug down, put a lanyard on it to hold on to it when you cast it. Got all the string on there. Ranger band was a little too big, so I put a rubber band on it. But that's the finished product right there. Everything should work real fun. I'll go test it out here pretty soon. But thank y'all again for watching.